Merry Christmas, YouTube! Okay, so I think I'm going to try to keep my videos at about 5 to 6 minutes because it seems like I can upload them within a day rather than 2 or 3 days if I go over. So here's part 2 of kind of keeping a simple Christmas. One of the things I do to try to budget for Christmas is come up with creative ways that are very inexpensive. So I'm going to show, this is something that we do for our kids every year. I wrap 25 books, and you can pick these up for like quarter, 50 cents throughout the year at yard sales, thrift shops, and etc. So I wrap 25, and each day we are going to unwrap one. And that's kind of a Christmas gift that we give to our children, is that time spent reading. And they really, really love that. We'll usually do it with like a cup of hot chocolate, which is something I never allow unless it's like the Christmas season. So they're really looking forward to that. Moving on to my family, I am the eldest of 9 and my husband is the third of 8. So you can imagine what Christmas is. I am the only one married in my family, which kind of makes it easier. However, my husband has all of his family is married. So coming up with Christmas gifts can get a little pricey, especially with, like 36 nieces and nephews thrown into the picture. So for his side of the family, they're very practical, German practical, and so I did this. You can get these at the dollar store, but I went to Marshall's and I picked up measuring cup and measuring teaspoons. The measuring teaspoons were $2 and the measuring cups were $3, so for about $5. And then I just attached this little card that says a pinch of joy, a dash of hope, and a cup of love. Never forget our blessings from God makes our cups overflow. And I think that they're going to like that. So that's a pretty simple thing you can put together. I actually have a lot of stamping type of instruments, and so my cards are going to be a little bit more fancy cutouts and stuff, but I wanted to show that anybody can make just a simple little card. That's Christmas paper and printer paper. So that's going to be for all of his family. That takes care of 6 out of 8. Then there's one in Indiana that we just kind of made cookies, and my one son made a little tie blanket, and we just kind of created our own little love box is what we call it. This was something that I thought of. One of the kids drew the professor in our church, and you never see him without a book. Never see him, without a book, underlining, writing, etc. So we got him some mechanical pencils, refills, some Sharpies. This is the kind he likes. I've actually paid attention, and it's the college rolled. And then a little thing of peanuts. So we're just going to call it, the perfect afternoon, So I think he's really going to like that. There's no book I could get that he probably doesn't already have. I'm not exaggerating. So this is probably $2, $3, $5, $7, $8. So it was a little bit over my $5, but when I calculate how much I was saving elsewhere, I was okay with that. So that was $8. This was $10, but again, it was really perfect. This is like a not world map, but a map of England, and it's a little coffee thermos, and we drew another young man who actually works outside, and he's very into travel and stuff, so I got him that at Marshall's for about $10, and I'm really excited about that. We'll probably make some kind of cookies or fudge and put them inside here. I can't open it one-handed. For my sister, I picked this up at Joann's Black Friday sale, so this is $2, and I'm going to knit her some fingerless gloves. You can find simple YouTube patterns online, not a problem at all. I'm going to have to pause for a minute. Okay, picking up Family Catastrophe, and I think we're about to be interrupted again. I picked these were not at Joann's. This is like, I think $3 for this whole thing. and I knew we could use it over again. So that was $3, and this I think was $2. But I picked these up at Joann's 75% off Christmas sale. I think, or 60% off. And there's this one. There's this one that I'll probably give to my 2 older ones. This one I'll probably give to the 3-year-old. And this one I'll give to the 2-year-old. And they're probably going to paint those, and I will give those to my mom for Christmas because I think she'll like that. A little something from the grandkids. And then I already showed, uh-oh, are you okay? Mama, 45 minutes later, I might get to finish this. So this was another one that I picked up from Joann's, and I thought maybe I'd have the kids all kind of do a piece of it to color. And I will probably give this to my in-laws as a joint gift. I know I showed the cookie plate I made for my mother-in-law, but this will probably be for both of them. I think they would like that. And then these are both, I used the 50% off one item at Joann's, and I think they were both $7.99 each. Here's a tip. Ask around on Facebook, on different boards and stuff for people that are done with projects. I asked around to see if anybody had some wood stain that they were done with, and I actually got a really great response. I only needed one. So I'm going to have my 7-year-old son have a hands-on, keep you busy kind of project, and he's going to wood stain both of these. And this one is actually for a gift exchange I'm in. And we always talk about hiding in her pantry where all the dark chocolate is. So I put this in here, and then I got 2 chocolate bars that I'm going to put on top, and or up here I'm going to put like a little sign that says so-and-so's pantry. So that's going to be her little, and it was $4, and then something for my son to do. And that's really important to me right now. This one is for my sister. I'm actually going to sit down. This one is for my sister. Again, it was also $4, and my son's going to stain it. But this is what we're going to call our memory box. And she's moved away to Irvine, and I think this is something that she will really enjoy. I'm going to have each of the kids put something in here that remind them of the time that she spent before she left. We put this in here because I'm going to cover this with some Doctor Who fabric that I know Joann's has, so she can have like a reusable sleeve, but it's got the Starbucks sleeve. And she's kind of known for taking her nieces and nephews, my kids, out on Starbucks dates, so that'll be something that we'll put in there. We're also going to get water balloons. She did like this huge water balloon fight with 2 of the children that she nanny. We're going to put a package of water balloons in there because that's something that my son said he remembers most. She and another sister of mine combined or pooled their resources and got us San Diego Zoo tickets to go this year. And so we're going to put like a little animal in there. And then I think my daughter said that one of her memories is from like all the picture taking that my sister is a photographer, so she does all of their pictures, and so she wanted to put like a little camera. So we're gonna go find a camera ornament at the store, and it's just a simple little memory box. This is I knew this would work for my one sister, but it won't work for all of my sisters because there's one that really hates clutter, and this would be a clutter thing. I asked my mother if my grandma would love one from when we went and visited them last year, if we like created a memory box, and she thought it would be a good idea too. And there's our 4th interruption for the day. Okay, last gift. Let's see how quickly we can get through it. I was talking to you about thrift stores, checking them out for gift ideas. My brother loves to collect like globes and old looking stuff. He's got like a vintage typewriter. He's 20 something anyway. But I found these at the thrift store. They're I don't know if they're Eastern Press, but they kind of look like that, where they're the leather bound with the gold pages. And here was the cool thing. $1 for each one. So I picked those up for him, and I know that he'll really like them. He kind of likes this kind of thing. And the Greek tragedies, I know he'll really get a kick out of, because again, I know I mentioned in my other video that we had to do some of the Greek tragedies in our English classes, so I think that he'll like that. And then to go along with that, Crime and Punishment. I mean, I know his sense of humor, he is really going to get that. So, and then he'll just like the old book look. So that was $2 for his gift. So the extra that I spent here, I went below budget here. I don't have everything yet. Again, ask around, but on Facebook, I asked if anybody had any of those Ipsy bags, the little makeup pouches, if anybody had any leftover small ones, that if I could have them. And what I'm going to do for 3 of my sisters is I am putting the Burt's Bees chapstick, a packet of Kleenex. Those are the kind of things that my 3 sisters really, really go through. I'm going to put like a little candy bar, their favorite candy bar. And then with the Black Friday rewards that I got from Rite Aid, I went through and I picked out like their one makeup item that I know that they really liked. And then I'm going to stick those in the bag. And each bag is going to cost, well, all the Black Friday stuff was free because I just used my up rewards to do it. So the makeup was free. The Ipsy bags were free because I had a friend that said, oh yeah, I've got a ton and you can just have them. The package of Kleenex, there was 3 in a pack, it was $1. The Burt's Bees, again, I used Walgreens points and I got them for 39 cents each. So their bags are going to be less than $2 a piece. So all the savings from my $5 a piece per person kind of helped cover for that and the other gift here. Anyway, there you go. It's just to give you guys ideas. It's not really, it may not be the greatest thing in the world, but I know when you know the person you're giving for, you will be able to tell whether or not they like it or not. Like I was talking about that box, my one sister that really hates clutter, she would not like that. I mean, she would be sweet and understanding, but it wouldn't be something that would mean a lot to her. So again, just really know the person you're giving, really think about it. That's one of the great things about shopping throughout the year, is that you can typically find, oh, this is something that will really mean this much to that person. Anyway, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.